Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name's Joe, drink of the day is water, and today I've been playing some Robin. Robin is the weakest of the Purple Straw Hat leaders, but she is a Purple Straw Hat leader nonetheless, so you can use Giants. Epic. So the reason that I think this deck is a bit more worth revisiting now is it's gained this new card in the Beer Luffy. The Beer Luffy, just making your leader obviously very good for your defense, but also just 7 banish is a really annoying number, especially into other 5k leaders. Even into Blue-Purple Luffy, you slap 1 Don on there, that's 8 banish. That's really not great for them. And in the early game, sometimes they just have a handful of bricks and they need to use their counter cards to ramp. So sometimes they just can't get out of your early banish, which works out quite nicely. So the main lines that I'm going for with this build is I am choosing to play a very ramp-heavy build. I like to go second a lot of the time, and then you can go Bon Clay into Katakuri. Because you ramp with Bon, ramp with leader, drop this on 8, and then on 10, you want to drop the Luffy behind the Kata. So it's sort of out of sequence, but you still get this guy's effect, and then the Kata starts re-ramping Don to sort of negate his cost, right? So obviously the Don -2, unlike Black Purple Luffy, we don't just get a load of Dons back for no cost. So it's definitely weaker in this deck, but this guy, he's really good. Don't underestimate him. I'm also playing 2 of the other 8-cost Kata. This is really good into opposing 8-cost Kata. Into Blue-Purple Luffy, Purple Luffy, Black-Purple Luffy, whatever deck is playing this is just really good. It also can be nice for getting rid of like 7-cost laws, because that's quite an annoying stat line. And this being able to remove it, pretty good. Also really nice that it can be restood by this other Kata, so there's a little bit of synergy there. My final boss monster is 2 of the 8-cost Kid. He trashes a life. He's pretty good. Also got 4 of the Robin. And I'm a bit mixed on this card because it is very good, but it's not always very good. It's much better when you're going first. So when you're going first, on your 3, maybe you'll play Zorojiro, maybe you'll play Saul, but you're going to be ramping up to 4, and you're going to draw to 6. And then this Robin on 6 is about the best thing you can do. If you're playing this on 6, you're not using his effect, because you just go too low on Dons, and then you can't drop one of your 8s on the next turn, which is a little bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Setting him up on that going first curve is not so bad. In terms of the supporting cast, I'm playing lots of trigger blockers. I've got 6. Saul is obviously a lot larger. Both of these have trigger play. The reason I'm on 4 Brules and 2 Sauls is purely because this has 1k counter, and Saul does not. You're not usually swinging with these characters anyway. But if you wanted to go more Saul, you can, but it does give you a couple more bricks. In terms of 2Ks, I've got 4 Usahachi, because of course. I've got 2 copies of Frankie, because he's a 2K with a trigger that's searchable off when you're at sea. And we've got 4 of the Nico Olvia. This is effectively a +2 buff to your leader, for no cost. Because it costs 1 but gives +3. Pretty good. This can come up, obviously, when you're going for lethal, to offset your opponent's maths, by making your leader just a little bit bigger. And the trigger's also really nice. Draw 3, trash 2. Pretty good. Last cards in the deck, of course, we're on 4 Gum Giant. 4, when you're at sea, you can fight against pirates. Searches all the Straw Hat crew stuff. Also searches 8-cost Kid, which is quite cool. And we've also got 2 of the Gum Jet Gatling. Just because we play quite a few bricks. Other cards you could include in a deck like this, you could try 9-cost Luffy, but I don't really like him that much. You could try 6-cost Luffy. He does work in this deck, so it's not too bad. But sort of, this is only a closer in this deck. It's not like a mid-range play. But you could play this. If you wanted to cut something for this, you can, but it would have to be some of this top end, because he's another brick. Another one that you could play is the Egghead Nami. This is a decent early game play to get a bit of spot removal on whatever your opponent's doing. It sort of interferes with your Robin and Luffy. They kind of all come down on the same turn. And I do really like the ramp going second curve just to get this Kata a whole cycle early. But if you're not a big fan of the ramp, or you don't like particularly the Zorojiro potentially, you could very reasonably cut him for Namis. And it is nice that the Nami has a trigger, so you can use it with your leader effect. Derashi is a card that was designed for Robin, but kind of doesn't work that well with this build, because I'm playing a lot of triggers, but I'm not playing like a ridiculous amount of triggers. So the chance of this hitting just one thing is fairly high. So that's why I'm not on the Derashi. And one more card that I know people will bring up is the other Saul. This card sucks, man. It's a 6/6, which is a bad stat line. and it's a brick, and it needs you to have 7 or more dons. So, like, it is live on your second turn. If you go first, you ramp to 4, draw to 6, you can swing for 5, banish, ramp to 7, and then play out Soul. But all you've done is, like, drawing 2 cards is cool, but the body is basically irrelevant. And I'd rather play a little bit more aggressive with the Robin, potentially just trashing their life. But you could absolutely go with the Soul. It just sucks that this is a brick. If this had 1k counter, I'd be all over it, but it doesn't. But either way, that's my current build of Robin. I'm sure there's going to be some different builds out there, different ways to build this deck. But this is what I'm working with at the minute, and it's been going fairly well. Here's some games. Going second into Blue Purple Luffy. I mean, we've got the Kata, we've got the ramp. I think we have to keep this. This is strong. This is strong. Oh, that is a lot of events. Let's do this. We'll take the Beer Luffy. He's going to be good. I'm not going to do this because we need to guarantee a trigger, and I don't have any more triggers, so I'm not going to use this one. As much as it's a really good card, I'm gonna forgo doing it. 6 on 5. We'll take. That's a nice little trigger blocker. Can't go wrong. Uso Hachi's fine. Not this turn though. We're gonna go with this. Ramp up, and then swing for 6. Trashing the event to ramp up again. We're up to 8. Pretty nice. Miles are here. We banish a 9-cost Luffy. I'll take that. That card's really, really good. Another Zoro Juro. Interesting. Interesting. Now, I do want to play this. This is going to attack 5, and then I guess this attacks 7, right? Something like that seems sensible to me. Seems good. Seems good. He could hold 2 for Bagua, I suppose, but doesn't seem necessary. Doesn't seem necessary. He's thinking hard. Yeah, I think this is simple as. You can do 6, 7 if you want, but like 5 is fine here. We'll go no block. I'll just give him a 1k. I don't want to go down too low. I'll definitely take this hit, but I don't want to go down too low. 7 all day, every day. He's got 1, holding that for gear, I'm sure. We're going to go 5 to 4. No ramp. See if he wants to save this. He does not. That works for me. All we're doing this turn is Kata. And the turn, choose 0, game 1. So if he wants to play Kata of his own, well, he can't swing. So that kind of works for me. And if he doesn't want to play Kata of his own, well, Red Rock would be pretty good. Red Rock would admittedly be very good. But he's got to have it right. And it's just usually like a one-off. Usually like a one-off. And if we can get our Beer Luffy behind the Kata, we're cooking. We're cooking. Cooking with gas. But we'll see. Kata of his own, very nice. Sure. And then, no point swinging with this. I assume, right? I assume? Yeah. Now, what could we get off this? We get 8-cost Kid. 8-cost Kid's decent. The card I really like is the yellow 8 cat. Just removing this gets so much tempo. So good. But we don't have it. So I think what we're more likely to be doing here is just the Beer Luffy. Deploy this. Send back 2. So he's on 10. So we kind of want to swing 10 with our leader. So that he can't just giant. He can block and giant, but then it eats everything, right? It eats a lot. Do I want to ramp? Not really, no. He's going to let it go. Seems good to me. Then we'll go 8. Then we'll go with another 8. He's going to block. I'm going to attack here. Force more cards out of him. Could have maybe gone lethal, but he lets it go. What a treat. Restand this. Choose 1. Game 1. Cool. Cool. Yeah, could have maybe gone at lead there, but I mean, that really worked out for us. If he hadn't have had if he'd have had a 1k, that's a tougher spot. But, you know, I don't mind leaving him at 1, because then the banish has an effect, right? Sanji Kata again, okay. But no linlin. No linlin. Now you can attack this here. We can save this, actually. I'm pretty tempted to save this, you know? Saving this feels really good because it's another 9k swing. I'm gonna. No blocker. Get rid of this. Buff this up. Resolve. Yeah, and then we can just block this swing, obviously. Getting to save the bond, man. That feels really good. Yeah, no. No thanks. No thanks. And one open for some kind of event. We're going to Saul off the top. That's a tempting one to play out. I think we'll start with... No, I want to do 2 for something first. I think we'll play the Saul. Yeah, we'll play the Saul so then we can use this more efficiently. 8 into 6, buff up leader. It's just annoying, right? If he takes, then well, that's fine because our 8 on 6 went through and our other swings can be bigger. This is enormous. This is 9 base. I'm probably going to put 1 Don on it to make it 10. We can put 2 Don on Kata, make him a 10. We can put 3 Don on leader, make her a 10. If we want to forego giant, and we don't have one. So I'm kind of happy to. So he's facing down potentially 3 10s with 2 chump blockers. And a big blocker. Giants out of the 8. What a treat. That's big. Really, really good for us. Going to ditch a God Thread. We'll go 10. I guess this can't be 10-10. It's 9-10. Do we want to ramp up? No, because we're not gianting this turn. Banishes the God Thread. That would have been a lovely trigger for him there. Let's go 9. Ask for 2 2Ks. Gonna block and sack. And simple as that, I guess. Sometimes you just get the perfect curve. He didn't see linlin off that Sanji. If he saw linlin, different game entirely. He removes the PB Luffy, goes back to 1. Doesn't have the blocker. But the life effectively acts as the blocker, right? So he'd have been in a much better spot if he'd been able to get the linlin. Sometimes they just don't have it, right? Sometimes you get a little bit fortunate. We had the really good curve of this into this. And if you are going to win against the blue-purple Luffy, that's how you're going to do it. We also had a funny trigger block right at the end. That's quite good. Either way, well played for our opponent. Let's move on. Playing into Buggy, and they've chosen first. What a surprise. We got a good curve here. We got this into one of these. So let's keep this. This is solid. We need to see a trigger card. But we're going to get, like, what, 3 draws before then? We should get a trigger card. Right? Yeah, the Bon Clay into Kata's good. I'd prefer the other Kata, of course. But this one's fine. This one's okay. Gonna see Mr. 3 comes down. Looking for Croc Hawk, I'm sure. Mihawk also pretty good. And the one nice thing about the Bon Clay is it sort of incentivizes Foot Buggy. And Foot Buggy is... that is a trigger card. We'll just keep it and trash that. I don't want to risk this, like, either whiffing or just not getting a trigger card, and then we don't have one. We'll take that there. Another PB Luffy's not what I want. Another 5 is also not what I want. We'll give him one of the bonds. I don't want to go down to 2. That's too crazy. And yeah, that is indeed our only trigger card, so I'm glad I went with that. We can get triggered, although demanding a 2K is pretty good. But we did just see him take one, right? Yeah, we'll just go with a... we'll just go with 5. Trash this. Ramp up. It's going to give us the Kabaji. Very nice. We're going to ramp up. End the turn. 1 up for Giant, right? Now, if you Foot Buggies, right, we can yellow Kata. He is presumably Mihawk, if he goes with that line. If he goes with the Mihawk and Croc, it's a bit tougher. We'll have to go with the Kid, I think. But it does create a much tougher situation for us if he goes with the Croc Hawk. Because we've not got the Purple Kata. The Purple Kata is, like, always my favourite play. Let's go with the Croc Hawk. Very nice. Likely to see Alvida come down, I suppose. Sanji's Pilaf. Oh, he's got the Giga combo. Man, that feels bad. That feels bad. Yeah. That's pretty bad. 5-on-5 we'll take. That's a nice trigger. Are we ever doing this? I don't think so, right? I want him to block with this so we can swing into it and tax a card. Just lets it go. I mean, seeing that go is quite nice. If we, like, do this, we do remove his guy, right? It's not bad. It's not good, though, is it? I think we cash in on this now, because Foot Buggy is coming. Foot Buggy is coming. And then we'll go with this. In turn, we get the draw one trash one. We'll go to beer. Oh, but there's literally 0 counter is terrible. That's not good. You don't need me to tell you that. You do not need me to tell you that. It's tough. That's tough. Yeah, we got to let that go. Because we can't block in case he goes 9 here. Really bad, though. Really quite poor. 7 lead. No blocker resolve. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. We can't go to 0. I guess we can go to 0. I mean, that's a trick blocker. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. What's he got for 5 here? Some kind of combo. Even just 10 cost Buggy removing this is actually pretty good. You know? It's actually quite good. Which is crazy. It's crazy to think about. He's thinking hard. He's got that 10 cost Buggy and he's debating whether it's worth it, right? I think it always is. You know, I think it always is. I think so anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Trash's Raging Tiger just plays Croc into Moji. That is also very good. That is also very good. We do get that. It's just a little too late, I think. Just a little too late. This is online. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. What's our best win con here? If we go like 5 banish. So we can get rid of his life and probably get him to 0. But then he's still got this. We might not even get him to 0. Or we can just beer. I think it's beer. I think it's beer. It's bad though. It's not good. And we've got so many bricks. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just Captain Kid. Hope he doesn't have removal for this. He's got 3 swingers. 4 swingers. We've got 2 giants. It's not enough though, is it? It's not enough. I think we have to go with beer. I think we have to do that, sadly. It's really not good, but it is what it is. I have to trash this because I do want to ramp back, especially if we're gianting. Just going to go 7 banish. Just going to go 7 banish. If he blocks, we can pivot and try and remove something. That would work really well for me. I'd also love to draw a counter card off this Captain Kid. At the end of the turn. I'd love to. That'd be the dream. He's going to block. Sure. And let's slow the game down and remove the Mihawk. he has 2k, 2k, 1k, so be it. Right. There's nothing you can do about that. He lets it go. Cool. And turn, draw, and trash on. That is nice. That's finally a 2k. Which of these is best? This could actually be pretty decent next turn. I think this is the worst. I think that's the worst of the three. Although we might not even be in a position to play this, right? He can go for lethal, but we have one blocker, and we have 2 Gum Gum Giants and a 2k, and we're at 7. So the defense is not that bad. The defense is not that bad. I'm surprised he swung with that Meathawk. I didn't think he'd do it. I didn't think he'd do it. But hey, take what you can get, right? Take what you can get. I mean, he can't play Buggy this turn. He's on 9. He can play a 4 and then 5 for Buggy. But he's only got 2 dudes, so the Buggy will leave, which is nice. And if he does that, right, this can't swing and these only swing for 7. Which would admittedly cost us a Gum Gum Giant. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We are threatening lethal as well next turn with this. We're presenting a realistic threat of lethal. If he's not able to remove our stuff or win. Which I don't think he is able to win with 2 Gum Gum Giants. Because, like, yeah, this swings 7, this swings 7, this swings 9. This trashes a life. He's got no blockers currently. How many 2Ks has he gone through? Not many, right? Only 2. But the 2Ks are also blockers. So it's a little tricky. He's thinking about going 7. Yeah, that's fine. We'll give him the 2k there. 7. We've got to pick between offense and defense here. It's a tough call. Do we ever sack the Brûlée? I think we choose offense. But he can drop, if he drops 2 blockers, we're in a tough spot. But defensively, we're in a tough spot too. That's not helpful. That's really not helpful. Wowee. I'd love him to go 9 here. 9 would be incredible because we can just block that. And it means he's only playing out 1 blocker. Emoji. This guy's so good. We don't have Usahachi either. Usahachi would be nice to rest these, but we don't have it. Trash that to play Meathawk. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I think we have to play board here. I think we have to play board and go with Kata. Trash is a Buggy. I think we have to play board and go with Kata. It's going to be 8. We can only leave 1 for Giant. So these are just swinging at 7 base. But 7 base isn't bad, right? 7 base is not bad. So what we've got anyway, we can't go for lethal because we can trash his life, sure. But then what we've got 7, 7, 9, which he can go block, block, take, and then he kills us. It's just getting progressively worse as well though, right? Like, our position's not getting any better. Our hope is that one of these is a brick. It's a 1k. This needs to be a brick. Okay. Okay, maybe we've got a chance. No way there's 2k, 1k if that was a 1k. Right, yeah, let's it go. Okay. We'll draw and trash 1. That's lovely. We'll definitely ditch the beer. Choose nothing, but we're all game 1 rested. And we've got 1 Giant. We're hanging on in there, man. We're hanging on in there. This is a grindy-ass game. He's got 3 swings, but we've got 2 blockers now and a Giant. So I don't think he can win this turn. This Brûlée trigger. That Brûlée trigger was so clutch. That's why we play them, though, right? That's why we play these little weenie blockers with triggers. They're just good. And it's still hard for him to play. He can't play Buggy this turn and have it stick, right? He can play it, and it's not that bad, but it costs him a lot of resources. And we're still at 7k leader, which is so good. Ah, dear. Ah, dear. And it's like, if he swings with this, now he's going to be even lower on blockers because we ate through one and ate his big Crockhawk. It's kind of tough. How many more can he possibly have? He's got one less card than he had at the start of the last turn. Those Mojis are very good. Has he got more Mojis, maybe? He's only gone through 2 Mojis, 2 Mihawks, and 1 Cabbage. He's certainly on 4 of each. Well, you'd have to assume, anyway. Tough turn for him. Tough turn. Mr. 3. Love to see it. Love to see it. Does have another Boji, okay. We do have the Usahachi to rest it, though. So that is nice. As an option to have. 7 into 7. Go. We can just block this. Can just block. Take the freebie. I'm going to take the freebie. He can't really afford to swing big because we have Brule and we also have Giant if he decides to make some crazy play. So I'll take the freebie while I can. All right. Seems good. If I can avoid playing Giant this turn, oof, man, that would be sick. That would be super, super good. And like, you can see how we can come back into it, right? This behind this is just so obnoxious. And if he ever took a turn off from applying pressure, I mean, yeah, he can then establish the Buggy, but it's tough in its own way. It's tough in its own way. He's thinking hard, though. Thinking hard. I'm sure we're going to see that Moji. It's what the other 5 Don does, right? What is that other 5 Don going to do? He's going to swing with the Mihawk. No way. No way. Surely that doesn't swing. Surely not, ref. If he gets rid of this, the best he can do after this is 9, so we're fine. Swings it to that. That's insane. We'll just ditch our Zorojiro. Moji. Another blocker. Ditches that. Mihawk. Buggy, okay. Removes one of them, but the Buggy leaves 2. Removes our beer. Okay, so he's got 1 blocker. No cards, though. No cards. So if we just rest this, we can do 5. Yeah, and then that's guaranteed. Yeah. I mean, it's guaranteed the other way as well, too, but I prefer this way. 5 banish is guaranteed, which is quite funny. And then we can go 8 with Kata. And then big with this. And if he had some kind of, I don't know, you're a goner trigger, we can still swing with the Brule. Nice win there. Really grindy game against Buggy. That got really weird towards the end, but well played to our opponent. Let's move on. I'm going to give him to purple-black. I'm going to take first off him. Soul on 3 is fine. We don't have anything to play after Soul, but maybe we can get the Beer Luffy off of this. Let's keep. We'll go with this. Beer? No beer. We could go with Zorojiro on 3 instead. I don't really want the Gum Gum Giant. I think I'll just take the Zorojiro. I might go with that instead and then trash the Soul. Because then we'll have, what, 7 Don in theory next turn? We could ramp. We could, like... We could just do a lot of ramp next turn and then try and get a big 8 cost at some point for the turn after. Gets the beer. Very nice. Yeah, we do need to see our 8 cost Kata. Gets the Zoro. There's the 8 cost Kata. Okay. I think I'm committing to the Zoro then. We'll do Zoro into Bon into Kata. Seems fine. So we'll go 5 banish. Trashing Soul. He's just taken 2 bricks, so there's a decent chance he might have to let this go. You never know. You never know. I'd love it if he did. Or at least making the decision hard for him, right? He's going to give us the chopper. Yeah, I think that's a freebie. Go with this. Pass it over. We're going to get some nice pressure, right? We're going to get swing with this Zoro. Swing a decently sized banish swing. If we get Beer Luffy off the top or the life, yeah, I'll play that. I'll play that any day of the week. But, you know, good chance we don't. Black Maroon. Why did he not go with the Zoro? I mean, I guess he gets the double ramp, but it doesn't feel worth. Another 8 cats. Very good, though. That's very good. Yay! He woke up. Incredible. We're going to go with Bon here. So we'll just swing a limp 5. Ramp up. It's like if he wants to counter, then he's going to be so low on cards. But if he wants to take, yeah, it's tough in his own way. We'll go with the Bon. Ramp up. Go this here. We're on 8 Don. No need to ramp. He's not with a giant. That would be trolling. I mean, he could, but it doesn't seem right. I feel like you just let this go. Let the banish go through. I'd love it if he gianted. That would be beautiful. Which is great. Let's it go. We banish a giant, though. That's a nice one to get rid of, right? That's a pretty good one to get rid of. We still need to see our beer. That's the one card we're missing from this sort of strategy. We've got these. Just need the beer. Just need the beer. I think we will very likely see beer come down from our opponents. I think beer is just you need some amount of defense, right? You need some amount of defense. Yeah, there you go. There's the beer. There's the beer. I'm gonna ramp up. If he swings like 4 with one of these, we'll let it go. It is what it is. And he should swing into this with one of these 2 little weenies. Doesn't really matter. He's going to use his Maria effect for a laugh. Sure. No reason behind that, but just for fun, I guess. Zoro. Sure. We're just going to see 7 here then? Just 7? 8? 8 into Zorojuro? Surely not 8 to lead. Oh, absolutely. We're taking that. No trigger on that one. No trigger for sure. But that's kind of mental, right? So if we get the beer, this being on the board is going to be so good. So good. I don't know about that one. That feels like a weird play. Hey, maybe it'll work out for him. I wish he would pass a bit faster, though. Olvia is actually really good here. So we can Kata plus Olvia and still swing and hold 1 for Giant. Which I think Giants can be very important this turn. Yeah, I like that. Do I want to swing with Bon? Not really. I want to swing into board with Bon. I don't want to give him cards. So what we're going to do is buff this. And just swing 8. No effect. See if we can banish anything. Or if he has a 2k. But he's just going very low on cards, right? He's going very low on cards. Down to 3, potentially down to 2 if he doesn't counter this. Does give us a 2k. Go with this. End the turn. Not going to give him a card with the Bon. I'd rather keep the Bon swing to his board next turn. Now we've got the good defense. We've got a Gundam Giant. Can play another Kata next turn. And we're just sort of establishing our board of garbage. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good indeed. We've got 1 free block likely. We've got the Giant available. I'll probably Giant away the Robin. I don't think we really need the Robin. I mean, it's a fine card, right? It's a fine card for sure. But I think this is better next turn if we don't get beer. And if we get beer, that's the best play always. I'm always on the beer train. Okay, he came back and then played Usahachi to rest our bomb. Sure. Bro's just taking his time. He sat there for like 2 minutes. I would have judge called him at a regional. 100%. Like, maybe I'm just Pokemon brained, but some One Piece players will just sit there and sit there and sit there and do nothing. And it's so tilting. Like, dude, you've got to play the game. 9 into 5, we'll take and resolve. Another one he's not quite I'm looking for. That gives me a good Gum Giant target at least. Not too bad. Not too bad. We've got to see him take out the bomb or something, right? Law. These dudes can swing. You might as well just use them now, right? A little bit of a bummer that he's going to get rid of our bomb, but at least it burned a 2k, right? It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yep, he's back to sitting there doing nothing. Incredible. Yep, you can have that. We can't defend it because the Black Maria can swing too. It's just a little too tough. 7 into 5 will... And then what? He's going to leave 1 open at least, so this can be 10. If I block this, I can counter a 10 at him, obviously, but I can't really... I mean, we can counter a 10 at lead. Just going to block. Just going to block. Because it might be less than 10, right? It might be 9, and you never know, he might even go into the Kata. I don't think he would, but he could. Could also swing with the Maria. I don't think that's ever correct, though. Yeah, it is 10. Where's the 10 going? 10's going there. Loki, I don't hate taking this. But it seems incorrect. Trash one of these, buff up. Then we'll give 2k. Nice. Nice, that's nice. Beer off the top. Beer off the top one time. No beer off the top. That's fine. That's fine. He's got 1 Don open. But all that means is... yeah, it doesn't mean much, really. If he wants to giant immediately, then, you know, you can giant my 5. Sure, go ahead. And we're obviously playing this turn. We're going to hold 1 for giant. So I think we'll just swing 5 into the Roro Zoro. Cancel, see what he wants to do with that. If he counters, we have guaranteed removal on the Luffy. With the Kata. Let's it go. Cool. Well, this is likely just giant, eating the giant, but I mean, we can force it still. If we swing 8 and he counters, do we ever swing again? We could 3 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could do 11 into 7. That's guaranteed, right? Guaranteed removal and a blocker. We'd have 2 blockers. I think this is really good, actually. 8 into 7. If he counters, we have guaranteed removal. If he takes, then he takes. That's good either way. Really good either way. We forgo playing this out, but I think it's fine as long as we can play this. I'm probably only going to swing 10. Take the risk on him drawing double 2s. Because I want to hold 1 for giant, just in case. If he gets double 2s, he gets me. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. He's seen a good amount of 2Ks already. 4 in play. There's no way this is 2 2s. This is a bit of a risk. But it's one that's paid off. Go with this. End the turn, restand this. Incredible. That was such a good turn. That was such a good turn. Got rid of his Zoro, got rid of his beer. He's stuck blockering up now. We're in the money. This is going well. Trashes a 2k. I bet this was like 2k, 1k that he drew off the giant. That's crazy though. That's crazy, man. Sometimes you've got to take a little bit of a risk, right? We've not seen any beer Luffys the whole game. Sometimes you've got to just take a little bit of a risk. And I think that was one that was pretty well calculated. We limp swing the 8. Reveals Gum Gum Lightning. He can do that to remove our blocker or our Zorojiro. That's fine, I don't care. Removes the Zorojiro. Who cares? Who is this guy? This guy's not real. No thanks. Sanji. No Don open. Oh, okay. So, here's 2 blockers though. So, we can't get lethal. We can't get lethal. So, we go another turn. We go another turn with Kata. Let's see if we get beer though. Beer's good. Kid's also good. Kid is also good. I think I want to go with beer here. Beer man, just get the extra defense. The extra pressure seems good to me. Go with this. Send back 2. Buff this up to 7. And we want to keep 1 up for this. So I'll go 9 to sort of soft force a block. Don't want to ramp. Don't want to ramp. Just going to let the banish go through. Incredible. We'll go 8. Is he going to take? He's got to go for game here, I think, with the 6 cost. Doesn't look like he has it. Yeah, and we've now got the longevity, right? Because we're 7k and he's not. So we win the long game now. And these units are all too weak. He had a good start, decent start, for sure. But we've managed to come back. We've managed to come back quite nicely, in fact. Usahachi rests this, that's fine. Then we can take this out again. That's quite annoying, actually. 2 into 1. Yeah, you got it. You got it. We're not saving that. No way. No way, Jose. Rush Sanji. But that doesn't really get him anywhere, right? You can rest this, but you can't swing into it. I mean, I guess he can, right? He can swing 8, but... I mean, it's not going through. It's not going through. And he's got no dons open. Yeah, we'll just give him this 1k here. Yeah. It's simple as that, right? Is there any trigger that can screw us here? From going 5, 7, 9, 11. No, we have that's exact maths. In fact, we don't even need this to be bigger because this exists. 5 with Olvia. Big Olvia, look at that. She got hands. He's take the 3 block, that's fine. Now we got 7. Buff up lead. 7. Banish. Guaranteed. No need to ramp. Look at that Gamma Knife. It's gone. And then GG's. Well played. Close game against the Black Purple Luffy. We were just able to grind him out really towards that end game. He made a couple of interesting plays, but yeah, once you get the Beer Luffy behind the Kata, it's so nuts. It's so good. And just this Kata in general is so powerful in so many decks. But either way, well played to your opponent. Let's move on. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Do you think Robin's worth playing at the moment? I think it's a mixed bag, right? Your blue-purple Luffy matchup is still tough, just because Linlin puts this in life. If this costs 7, man, this deck would be so much better. It's crazy. It's crazy that that's the case, but it really is. I'm tempted to go to more Katakuris, but it's finding space, right? It's tough to find space. This card's just so good at dealing with 8-cat, and 8-cat is the bane of our existence. That and 9-mum. It's like, man, that's tough. Either way, I think this deck's a lot of fun, and there's definitely something here. If you're more of a rogue deck enjoyer, or just a big fan of Robin as a character, or the leader, now is definitely a pretty good time to be playing some Robin. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.